Arch rivals India and Pakistan are all set to face each other for the third time in Asia Cup 2025, and this is the big high-octane encounter between the two countries, the final. For the first time in 41 years of Asia Cup, the two teams are going to face off each other, and who is going to emerge as the champion team? Well, as of now, everyone is talking about Team India and their fantastic chances, but we here at NDTV 24/7 are calling it the grudge final, and let's hear it from the champion himself, who's joining me in the studios, India's first World Cup winning captain, Kapil. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you.
We are going to hear it from the champion himself as to what will it take, Kapil Paji, for Suryakumar Yadav and his team to become the champion team in this Asia Cup final.
Forget about what you did last 10 days. Just focus for this game and think about that. Whatever happened, talking about fine, match, a lot of things said about that. You have to detach that and come to the ground. Only one purpose. Now we have to play to best of our ability. Winning is still not in your hand, but best of your ability, you perform, you will come out more often as a winner than a loser.
But Paji, is it easier said than done to detach yourself from the political situation and the passions which are, surrounding a match like this? You've been there, you've done that. But for someone like Suryakumar Yadav, who's leading the side in such a big encounter in the final of the Asia Cup, is it easy to forget about everything when you have been in the middle of it and you face the heat yourself?
I think over the years they learn, all the players, because every day these type of things take place and you have to detach yourself. If not, then you will be in wrong side. So I think one player understand that. They see every day new controversy come out, new things come out, but you have to forget everything. Yes, easy to say than to actually apply yourself. But again, you have to go and apply yourself and say, no, let's all forget. And the management have to work on that. Whatever said on the media, whatever said on WhatsApp or social media, can we detach ourselves and focus only on the match? Because one day, which is next 6 hours, 4 hours, can change your life also. So take it that much more serious and commit it to yourself. Yes, your thought is very easy. It flies out. See one thing, one word come out, your mind goes somewhere. But as a player, you have to focus yourself and say, this is the match. We have to talk about this is the match and this is the match.
Paji, I want to understand from you what goes into the mind of a professional cricketer when a situation like this really comes up. We all know that this particular match, this tournament is happening just 3 months after the Pahalgam attack. The two countries were literally at war with each other. Then you have gestures like Indian team refusing to shake hands with the opponent. Then from the opponents, you have very, very provocative gestures like the one we saw from Haris Rauf, and that just manifests itself in the kind of, the comments which are hurled at each other on the field. As a professional cricketer, what should be the approach, sir?
I think first off, if you didn't shake hand, what's the big deal? You didn't. I didn't like, I don't want to shake hand. It's fine. Both the team have to move on. One side of the story, he didn't shake hand. So what? You don't make an issue about that. And second, don't make an issue about what Harris did or what other people did. Don't make an issue. As a sportsman, try to forget that and focus on the game. I think let other people try to focus on other things. Your job is only and only to focus on the match, play the game, win the match, come out, and that's it. Rest, let the people do that.
Praji, what about the provocations that happen between the overs? We know how Shaheen Shah Afridi was approaching the bowling against Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill, the kind of exchanges that happened. What is the line between sledging and abuse, which a player on both the sides should keep in mind?
I think sledging is part and parcel of sports, not only cricket, sports. But again, somebody sledge me or to say something in my language, it does hit you much harder.
The Punjabi boy that he is.
Anybody, if Tamilian say in Tamil, it will hit other person much stronger. But again, you have to forget that. You know, these days the young boys, what we see, they don't go back. And Sunil Gavaskar was one of the top professional, used to say, if somebody abused you, put the line and just think about the next ball. But today's cricketers are not like that.
Yeah, this is the change that we are seeing in this generation.
I think it's happened. You touch me, I hit you.
Yeah.
You hit me, I'll kill you. I think that's the attitude of new generation about the sports, not only in cricket. Don't touch me, I don't say anything. You touch me, I'll hit you. I think that's somewhere I get very surprised, but I played in a different era. But today, if you say that and you perform after that, courage.
And our boys have done that.
I think done that, and I sometime I'm still old school. I will say, let's not, mind should be there on the focus. But if somebody says something, it will remain there.
Yeah.
Because you are not like empty mind. Your mind is there, you think about that.
Yeah.
It can play a backward also. But again, bowler have only one ball to take your wicket. And batsmen, when you're batting, try to calm as much as possible, and it will be a better for you.
But Paji, where do you think this change in the mindset really originated from? Some people credit the era of Sourav Ganguly's captaincy. And they say that, that was the time when we started giving it back to the opposition, even when the Australians were dominating, the Englishmen were dominating. Some people say that during Virat's captaincy, this really came out in a big fashion, that Indians will not hold back. And particularly when we talk about these Punjabi boys, Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill, we get to hear that they've been trained by the one and only Yuvraj Singh, who's taught them to give it back. Where do you think it started?
I don't know where. I think it's only started with your performance, slowly. It's not change overnight take place. It's over the period of time you start seeing that the change is coming. Or some captain will say, okay, you give back. Somebody will say, like Dhoni will say, calm down. Keep the game in your control.
Captain cool, yeah.
But again, he also performed very well. Saurabh was different frame of mind. He was trying to give it differently. And I think Virat Kohli was totally very aggressive. When the Rohit come out, he was much more calm. But end of the day, you have to reach on top. You have to win every tournament. Doesn't matter what attitude you have. That's not important. Winning the tournament is important. But deep down, you should be calm and waiting for the right opportunity.
So when you look at our openers, Paji, I want to understand from you, do you see a very nice balance of these attitudes? On one hand, we have the very explosive Abhishek Sharma. On the other hand, we have someone like a Shubman Gill, who can be explosive, and he's also, captaining the team in another format. So he knows what responsibility is, how to preserve his wicket, how to approach the game carefully. Do you see that balance in our openers?
Yeah, I think exposure word, what you use, it's very good for the performance. I mean, some of the players, when a bowler bowling very well, swinging the ball, a batsman go and try to needle him and try him to bowl short balls so he can lose that momentum of swing bowling. So I think time to time batsmen also sledge sometime and say, you can't even bowl me or can't bowl short to me. Come on, if you have a guts. You change the pattern of a bowling, and that's where every smart cricketer or sportsman will do that. I think these cricketers are smart, but they are not afraid.
Yeah.
The best part of our time was we are little subdued because our performance wasn't behind us where we can come out and say, and these cricketer performances there. And they are very good with their performance. So they can say also a lot more what previously sportsmen used to say. But all of them have to understand it's a one-ball game. One ball will take your wicket. And you have to be more careful about that when you're batting.
Well, Paji, before we talk about the approach of the other members of our playing 11, let's talk about the factor that you just mentioned, that it's at the end of the day that one ball that can take your wicket and turn the face of the game. And, you could be on the losing side if you are not careful. When we talk about this Pakistani squad, who are those players who can be that threat to our team in the final?
I think when you're representing your country, everybody can be a threat. You can't say, when you playing for your country, in our team also, forget about Pakistan team, we should talk about our team. Whenever they get opportunity, they should be threat to the opposition. That's more important. And I think every player given a chance because they can win the matches. But 80% player today in T20 can win their own. But in other games, you have 4 or 5 players who can a match winner, other people make the match. So I think T20 is a slightly different format where they say out of 11, 8 player will be single-handedly can win the match. That's why you start winning more matches if you have more winner in your team.
Paji, let me put it this way. You know, there was a time whenever there used to be an India-Pakistan encounter, we would say that this is a clash between Pakistani bowlers and Indian batting lineup. You think those times have changed? They don't have such fearsome bowlers?
Absolutely changed. I think very rightly you said 20 years back, their bowler and our batsman. Today, our bowler is much more dangerous than their bowler.
Yeah.
So I think why Bumrah become world best bowler? Because he's he's wicket-taking bowler. Yes, Pakistan over the years, they always produce fast bowler and their batting can be suspected. But I think India always produce a batsman, but their bowling can be little doubtful. Now, I think it become a combination, batting and bowling good, and that's why they are winning more matches.
And you know, now when we see the balance in the Indian squad, you cannot say that it's a heavily, it's a batting heavy squad or it's a bowling heavy squad. There are all-rounders, there are specialists, and that makes our playing 11 the formidable playing 11 that we put out on the field.
If you look at in last 10 years, you have Ashwin, you have Jadeja, you have Akshar Patel. They are the all-rounder. Then Washington come out, he's an all-rounder. And all the wicket-keeper become a better all-rounder, you can say. So we, a middle order, are become much stronger because our batting become much bigger.
Right.
Because Jadeja could bat and get 100, and same Akshar can win on his batting also.
He's been doing that in IPL for sure.
Yeah, I think otherwise also, he made runs, getting 15 ball, 21 runs at that very important time. They can bat also. I think that's the change in Indian cricket. Previously, if you take 5-6 Indian batsmen, there is nobody who can sustain for last, getting 20 runs, very difficult. Today, I think they work very hard.
If you talk about someone like Shaheen Shah Afridi, Paji, do you get a feeling that he was boasted about by his own countrymen as the real threat to the formidable Indian batting lineup even before his time had arrived on the big stage? Are they so desperate to get that match winner, that poster boy from their bowling?
No, I think he was good. He won a lot of matches, and I think he was good in batting also. He won a lot of matches on his bowling. I respect him as a more bowler than a batsman. Batsman, out of 10 matches, 2 matches you got run, it's not there. But I think he was a more a bowling all-rounder, even though he played some of the fantastic innings. But again, the team management and the media make them much bigger sometime.
Yeah.
And sometime low profile, you can say, Jadeja is much better. He didn't come out in a match, he can win single-handedly, but he won a lot of matches for India. Ashwin was another one. On bowling, no doubt, he was one of the best top spinner we had. And then in batting, he could deliver. But again, जब डराना है किसी को, you make name much bigger.
Yeah. You try to inflate some egos also by doing that. And also, we've seen a lot of infighting in the Pakistani squad, placing one player against the other. And then, of course, they have been their own nemesis, so to say. Now, let's shift our focus back to our own team. And your thoughts on the captaincy of Surya Kumar Yadav, what you've seen in Asia Cup so far. A lot of people have also been questioning his way of rotating his bowlers in this format. Where do you stand on that?
Oh, I think if you're looking for the positive side, you can find many. But again, if your mindset is looking the negative side, you can find that also. No captain can say he can't make a mistake. When you bring some bowler, he doesn't perform, you can always blame the captain. He should not have given bowling to him. Like Bumrah bowling 3 overs
Back
in
to
a row.
back, yeah.
Sometime if it's click, it's a great captaincy. Not click, he should have that. So I think sometimes captaincy can be guts also. What you feel, let it go. But again, if you're not making so many mistakes, you become a better captain. Every captain make a mistake. It's not the... So it's entirely up to the performance of the team, you become better and better captain.
Yeah, but who's a great captain? The one who follows a set template, or the one who's gutsy, like you said, and is willing to take chances and back his instincts?
I think T20, you have to take chances. If you go with the pattern, other team can understand that. It was in between 3-4 years come out, you will bowl this bowler, come this time, and then after 9th, 10th over, this bowler will come out, then 17th over, this bowler will come out. The other team can plan. But I think the pattern have changed. No, there is nothing you can say he's going to do that. Anybody can come out anytime, and that's a surprise element to the batsman.
In the India-Pakistan final, do you think there is any scope for taking any chances or surprising the opponent, or just go with the winning formula that has given you results so far? Any changes that you would want to see?
Why you want to change when things are happening good? Don't try to change too much. Yes, at that very moment, if something happened, somebody come out and played very outstanding inning, then you change your thought process. But otherwise, if you are doing reasonably well and winning all the matches, just keep that pattern, keep it with yourself. No need to change. वो क्या कहते हैं जब टूटा नहीं तो उसको क्यों जोड़ने की ज़रूरत क्या है? I think they have to understand that just winning is very, very important, and play to your ability.
And any areas that you would want to focus on as the team prepares to take on Pakistan in the final? Any lessons particularly that we could draw from the last Super Fours match against Sri Lanka, where the match got tied and we finally won in the super over? You think that sort of a shake-up was actually required before the big match?
It was very good. Yeah? It was very good. It happened that because you don't take opponent just lightly lying down.
Yeah.
You know, don't take. And second, the improvement, I would say, it's very, very big requirement in T20 is the fielding. Running between the fielding, two things. And second, how many dot ball you play, that determine what will be the total. So I think fielding was not up to the mark. I can criticize there. Otherwise, I would say a fairly Indian team played much better than what I was expecting. They played in every side, they played well. Only question mark on the fielding.
And what about the bowling, as we saw in the match against Sri Lanka? You think in the bowling department also we became somewhere lackadaisical and not performing up to our strength?
I think give opponent also, they also come and they can going to play a blinder of the inning, which I think these two players played so well. It's going to happen. That's why I said, when these things happen, how the captain calm himself and try to bring the team together is very, very important.
One person who is, of course, our number one bowler, and of course the number one bowler in the world as well, Jasprit Bumrah, his figures are not matching the stature that this player brings to the field when we talk about Asia Cup 2025. Anything that has come to your notice when it comes to Jasprit Bumrah and his performance here?
No, I think it's the pitches where you play. I mean, where you are playing three spinner, you can well imagine these pitches are not going to be suited for a fast bowler or seam bowler, and where you have play one spinner and four seamer, then he doesn't perform, I would say. Here he's not getting so much help, but still I saw the swing bowling, his movement was so good, absolutely delighted. Yes, you give opponent also chance, they understand, they start reading the bowler, and but Bumrah, he's a world-class bowler. He will perform.
So is our spin department the exact place where we have the edge over Pakistan?
I think so. I think Kuldeep and Varun done so well and they perform, and the Akshar comes out. Still, I would say Akshar have to work more harder on his bowling, not bowling flat, how to pick up the wicket. I think sometime when you're watching, give me impression he want to go through his over, or sometime you say, no, try to pick up a wicket, wicket keep on following, the pressure will on the opposite side. But if they play, get only 6 runs, 5 runs in your over, then the time will come if 20 runs also going to go in 1 over. So all the spin bowler have to make sure you try to look for the wicket.
So, Paji, as we really lead up to this big clash, who are the key players in both the camps that you will be, looking out for in terms of the performances and the kind of threats that perhaps the Pakistanis can offer to the Indian team?
I think both opener in Indian team, and I would say Kuldeep, and if Bumrah can give them a break, but Hardik Pandey has that knack to pick up wicket all the time. He
gets the
that.
breakthrough at the crucial moment.
No, otherwise also he has, some people have that knack to pick up the wicket. So he has that. So I would looking for these 3-4 players. Pakistan, I haven't seen them so closely or deeply whom I should be. Yes, there are few players who can be there. The fast bowler always can bounce back, but I think this pitch is not really suited for the fast bowler.
All right. Sir, final words really for the Indian team as we wrap up this conversation with you. Looking ahead to the match, are you going to keep your fingers crossed or are you going to be relaxed?
No, I like to relax. I should, yes, my finger will be always crossed to make sure we win the matches, but I'm more relaxed, like to see that. There is 2 ways. Winning and losing we'll come to know. The effort should not be less in Indian team. And if the effort is less, it's still they win the match, I won't be happy. Give 100%. If other team play better than you, you can take it. Yeah, they also come out to play. But I think the approach should be, we are 1 step ahead and we have to take that challenge to win the match.
Head on. Thank you so much, Kapil Paji. Always a pleasure to have you with us in the studios. The Grudge final, we're all set for the big match. You are going to get the big coverage right here on NDTV 24/7. Thank you for watching.